They called him a madman, a dreamer, a man obsessed with suffering. But Paul wasn't chasing pain. He was chasing love, the kind that bleeds, redeems, and never gives up, the kind that comes only from the Holy Spirit. He was born in 1694 in Ovada, Italy, a small town cradled between mountains and sea. From his earliest days, the Spirit of God was upon him. While other boys laughed and played, Paul would kneel before the crucifix, his eyes wet with tears, his heart burning with something he couldn't explain. He once said, "When I gaze upon the wounds of Christ, I feel a fire in my soul that no water can quench." That fire was the Holy Spirit, the same Spirit that would guide him from comfort into sacrifice, from silence into mission. As a young man, Paul tried to live a normal life. He served in the military. He helped his family's business. He even dreamed of marriage. But deep inside, there was a whisper that grew louder each day. "Paul, I have chosen you. Leave everything and follow me to the cross." He couldn't resist it. So one day he left everything behind, wealth, comfort, reputation, and set out on a journey of total surrender. Then one night, as he prayed alone before the Blessed Sacrament, the Holy Spirit overshadowed him. He fell to the ground, trembling with love and awe. In that moment, Jesus appeared to him, covered in wounds, crowned with thorns, and said, "Paul, I want you to found a congregation that will keep alive the memory of my passion." It wasn't just a vision, it was a divine calling. From that night, Paul became a living flame of the Spirit. He began wearing a simple black habit with a white heart stitched on his chest. Inside it were the words, "Jesu XPI Passio," the Passion of Jesus Christ. Everywhere he went, people could feel something beyond human. When he spoke, it was as if the Holy Spirit himself spoke through him. Hardened hearts melted, sinners confessed, families reconciled, and those who came to mock him left in tears. But the Spirit does not lead without testing. Paul suffered deeply. He was rejected by church leaders, accused of pride, and denied permission to start his order for years. He endured sleepless nights, sickness, fever, and spiritual darkness. Yet, even when abandoned, he would whisper, "Come, Holy Spirit, strengthen me in your love." His suffering became his greatest teacher, and out of his wounds, miracles began to flow. A woman dying of cancer touched his robe and was instantly healed. A blind man regained his sight after Paul prayed over him. A possessed child was freed through his blessing. But Paul never claimed the power as his own. He said, "The Holy Spirit works through the cross because love without sacrifice is empty." If this story stirs something deep in your soul, that's not emotion, it's the Holy Spirit calling you. Take a moment right now to like, comment, and subscribe so others can encounter God's love through the stories of his saints. Years passed. Paul's fire grew stronger. Finally, after years of rejection, the church recognized his mission, and the Passionists were born, a congregation of men and women who would live, breathe, and preach the passion of Christ. Wherever the Passionists went, revival followed, hearts converted, sins forgiven, miracles multiplied. It was the work of the same Spirit that once set Paul ablaze in silence. Even in old age, weak and nearly blind, Paul's heart still burned with that same holy fire. He would whisper to the young brothers around him, "Never let the flame go out. Keep the memory of the passion alive, for it is the greatest sign of God's love." On October 18th, 1775, at the age of 81, St. Paul of the Cross took his final breath. Those in the room said a soft wind filled the air, a peace so deep, so sweet, that they knew the Holy Spirit had come to take him home. Today, he is remembered as the patron saint of the Passionist order of Ovada, Italy, and of all those who suffer in spirit, body, or soul, especially those walking through spiritual darkness, doubt, or despair. Through him, the Holy Spirit continues to remind us that love without sacrifice is a shadow, and that the road to resurrection always passes through the cross.